relationship. What that is called? Transactional relationship. A relationship of transaction simply let us know that you can survive. Tell anybody survive. You can earn a living. What we mean by surviving and earning a living is that there's you are meeting of the three basic needs of life, which is food, shelter, clothing. That means there's a food on your table, there's a cloth on your back, there's a roof on your head. If you can meet up these three basic needs of life, you are currently surviving. But you are not in this world to survive. You are here as a solution. You are here as a solution to an individual, to a group of people. So you should be able to discover, develop, and deploy that solution. So what the best way to do this is to connect to people that are moving in your direction of interest in life. People that we call the mastermind mentors. What that is called? So anybody you go that can mentor you should have some level of experience. The person should have some systems and structure, because without structure there is no future. So the person should be able to teach you some level of millionaire skills. Tell me about millionaire skills. Skills that can put millions in your pocket. Skills is called problem solving skills. What else is called? Every entrepreneur is currently solving a problem. That's why we are making money as an entrepreneur. We find a need, we find solutions to problems, we find solutions to people challenges. And one of the skills you can learn to make you millions of naira is called leadership skills. What else is called? Leadership. Because we already know that everything rises and falls on leadership. Number three is called people. Money is not in a place. Money is in people. You see people, you see money. They have needs. They have wants, they have needs. So whenever you see people, they look for the things they need and bring a solution to them. And number four is called emotional intelligence skills. As far as you're working people, you must open up your heart for people excesses. You must open a forgiveness account and deposit in that account every day. 70 times 7 forgiveness every day. So in case somebody offends you and refuse to say sorry or apologize, you forgive him in advance. So looking at it, these are the skills you actually need to build people. A skill you need to build a team. Nobody ever succeeded and build significant project empire alone. This thing must be done in a team, because teamwork makes the dream work. And not just a team alone. I want to make you understand that if you want to go far in life, you want to go fast, you can go alone. But you want to go far, you need to go with people, because entrepreneur's job is to build people and a team. The team will build the business. The job of entrepreneur, the job of entrepreneur is not to be in the business, but it's to work on the business. There's a difference between working in and on the business. In the business means you are involved in the day-to-day activity. Yes, I know there's a time to be in the business. There's a time to transit from being in the business to being on the business. I know you give birth to that idea, you give birth to that child called business. It needs to be nurtured. And before you hand over it to people that will manage the business, you need to have a transfer the DMO, the KPIs, the performance, the indicators, the process, of course, the business, the documentation, the structure, the system to people. That you need to be part of the process. You must be on the nanny. You must be on the of course on the people taking care of the business. Yes, I know, but your real job is vision. Your real job is connection with people. Your real job is to work with people, and that is what you need to build an organization. All the organizations you see, like MTN, Glo, Etisalat, Montessuite, UBA, all those banks, community, either a Christian community, a business community, a business family. I always tell you that the family you build is more important than the one you came out from. You do not have a choice of who your father will be or your mother will be, but now you have a choice of who to marry, who to work with, so you are in charge. So looking at it, there are two relationships you need here. Number one, people that you need. Number two, people that need you. These are the two relationships you need. And the people that you need is more important than people that need you. So this relationship is called a significant relationship, or you call it a transformational relationship, whereby your life gets transformed because the kind of people have higher frequency of thought. I call them OQP, only quality people. And then transformational relationship. So as your life gets transformed, you transform other people's life positively. That's why you can earn one of the best ways to earn a fortune. Help me tell your neighbor, fortune is one of the best ways to earn residual income. Tell me residual income. There are two most important factors from everything I wrote on the board, and I sing it like song, because if you can catch this thing, your life become much better, because some things are taught, some things are taught. So there are two factors here. One of them is happening outside of you, and those factors are called contributing factors. You can't control them. Help me tell you about contributing factors. There's the one happening inside of you. That one is called determining factors. What else is called? Determining factors. Contributing factors, they can facilitate your success, they can slow you, they can delay you, but they can never stop you from succeeding in life. Those factors you see, they are factors you cannot control. The naira, the dollars, the sun, the moon, the weather, the heat, your president, your governor, your commissioner, your local government chairman, your councillor, your supervisor, your pastor, your father, your neighbor, your auntie. You can't control them. They're all contributing to happening around you. You can't control. You can't control your local government chairman. You can't control the director of the Ministry of Health. You can't control the permanent secretary. You can't control them. So these are the factors you can't control. So leave those ones alone. These are all contributing factors. Focus on the determining factors, because all of us have two factors embedded in us. One is positive, one is negative. One is a winner, one is a loser. So always focus. Tell your neighbor, focus. Focus on the positive factor, focus on the winning factor inside of you, which is your faith, number one. Number two, your courage, your determination, your commitment, your discipline, your creativity, your vitality, your fidelity. All those things, your mindset, focus on them. Focus on your health, focus on your emotions, focus on those things you can control. Then actually, ignore the determining factors you cannot control. The negative ones, then ignore. Ignore the negative factors, the anger, the fear, bitterness, resentment, hatred. Ignore them. Don't be a party of it. You see, your life will become much better. So you are the most important factor. Help me tell neighbor, you are the most important factor. Turn to other neighbor, tell neighbor, I am the most important factor. So since you are the most important factor, we are talking about you every day. So we'll continue from where we stopped yesterday. It says beyond security and status to significance and succession. So yesterday we started this class, and today is part 2. Okay, it simply says beyond security. It's not that it's bad, and status. Okay, so what? Significance, and what? Succession. So success is not a success without a succession. So you cannot just come and say, I want to become successful. You must have a succession plan. And not just have it, you must write it down. You must communicate it effectively. So today is 18th of 2025. So looking at it, we have a subtopic here which says, why dreams and destiny often struggle to become a reality. Okay? Why many dreams we have and destiny that we have been destined to fulfill often struggles, okay, to to become a reality. Okay, perfect. So a lot of us have so many plans this year, but one of the things is because I'm going to share with you there's a mindset, there's a way you set your mind, things start working against you. In the way you set your mind, everything work for you. And whatever that is not working for you already right now is working already on you. That means you have not yet become that person who can manage that result, because you need to develop the skills and the competence to sustain the result. And it's formed in the process of discipline. So the discipline that will sustain the result is formed in the process of discipline. So a lot of people don't like process. And that's why it's difficult for them to sustain their outcomes and results. They always experience what they call lucky jump. So because they think that process is punishment. They think that process of discipline is punishment. A farmer will tell you that discipline is punishment. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is the capacity to use your mind, control your body, do what you say you will do, whether you feel like it or not. So there are so many times you don't feel like waking up, that coming here, reading book, but it's not about feelings and emotion. It's about the discipline you form. A medical doctor doesn't need to feel, to read, or to go to theater to conduct surgery. When the needs arise, he or she has to go. A teacher, a lecturer doesn't need to feel right. All he needs to do is to prepare his lesson note. As he's teaching, you will feel right on the course of the process. Yes or yes? So we have about 8 outlines here. So you want to become a successful entrepreneur, so you need to have this course, context for the concept. So you need to have this course for yourself. This course is to sharpen your mind, to be able to become sensitive, of course, to the possibilities and probabilities that happen around you. Context for the concept. That is the first outline. So context for the concept. Number 2 we have here is called the spiritual mind. So yesterday we did a lot of work here. Okay, so we look at the carnal minded is dead, and the spiritual minded is life. Okay, the Deuteronomy factor, that is the success factor. The success factors according to the book of Deuteronomy. Okay, I call it Deuteronomy factors. That was what happened at Jordan before they entered the promised land, because Jordan was here. The other side is the promised land. So there are some 5 principles I will share with you today. Securities and status. Okay, let me do this very well. Aim for the stars. Let me start from there before I go to that one. Aim for the stars. Okay, number 5, security and status. Number 6 here we have significant and succession. Okay, number 7 here we have dreams and destinies. Okay, and the last one here we have the spiritual values. Okay, so I discovered yesterday because I tell you now that major success principles we discover is people that always aim for the higher goal. So people aim for a higher goal, that means you're actually going to be achieving a lot of success, because the carnal mind focuses on lower goals. So the carnal mind focuses on fleshy things, focus on securities and status, focus on only material possession, is self-centered, self-seeking, of course, fleshy, and is constantly at war with God. So, and he can never subject himself to the principles of God, because he cannot comprehend nor understand the validity of spiritual laws. So a carnal mind is dead, while the spiritual mind is life and peace. So most important things in life is to enrich. Most important thing in life is to enrich your mind, your understanding, renew your mind by replacing the old self-limiting and defeating beliefs, old perspective, old paradigm with a new empowering positive belief, perspective, and paradigm that is based on spiritual laws and principles. That's what we actually did when we come to context for the concept. So yesterday we talked about the spiritual mind, and we said the spiritual mind actually value material things as a means to an end, as a gateway, not a goal. So I think with these 4 things here, we did 4 things here. Let me just have to count down the revision here. When it comes to spiritual mind, we did number 1, that they value material things as a means to an end. So they use it as a means. Number 2, they see material things as a gateway, not a goal. So they see it as a gateway and not a goal. So it's not a goal for us, it's a gateway to what we are doing. The purpose we see as a doorway, not a destiny. So it's a doorway and not a destiny. So while a carnal mind see material things as a destiny, as a goal, as a platform, not a purpose. So we always see material things as a platform, not a purpose. So it's not our purpose, it's not what God proposed for us to do, but we need them because it's going to help us. So a spiritual mind does not mean that you should not, you don't need material, commercial blessing, benefit and reward, but we value material blessings as a vehicle to achieve greater vision, purpose, and destiny. While the carnal mind value material things and financial success as an end in itself. Carnal mind often use, abuse, manipulate people and situations in order to achieve material benefit as an end in itself. So while a spiritual person value material success, wealth creation, productivity, financial and commercial success, it means a gateway, a doorway, and as a platform to his goals, destiny, and purpose. So yesterday we started to talk about did I get to the success factor yesterday? No, I did not get to the success factor yesterday. Okay, let's begin to look at the success factor. So let's look at success factor today. Write on your notes the success factor according to the book of Deuteronomy. So I call it Deuteronomy factors. So I have to share some things before I go to the success factor, so you understand. Whenever I'm not a pastor, I don't want to become one. Your church is enough. Touch yourself, say, my church is enough.
My church is enough.
So you don't need to write this one down, but listen to me, because you understand where I'm going to. Because I told you, the Bible is not a religious book, it's a spiritual book for a spiritual mind. So, and it's a book that has 3 major, it's like levels and layers. It's a book of, that you can see interpretations, implications, and applications. So I told you, what we are mostly looking for is applications, because when you talk about implications, we talk about prophetic and Christocentric. We talk about, of course, interpretation. We talk about historic, and we talk about application. We talk about the laws, the principles that governs wealth, governs success, governs the kingdom, governs so many things that you can apply in today's life that can give you the same result, even not much more that he gave them before. So this book of Deuteronomy, don't write it down, but listen to me. This book of Deuteronomy is the 5th book in the Bible and is a canon of the scripture, the last book in the Pentateuch, okay, is the full 5th book of Moses. So I'm giving you this background story so you understand what I'm going to share with you today. I'm not a pastor, like I said, but I'm your brother in Christ. So the book of Deuteronomy describes the laws of success. The second, this is the book of Deuteronomy was when the first law was given, because the second law was given in the book of Deuteronomy, and it was a law not to survive the wilderness journey, but it was a law to survive their success in the promised land. Because the first law was given in Mount Sinai, and it was designed to differentiate the children of Israel, the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that's the covenant people, with the pagan nations, cultures, and people around them. So that was the first law. The first law was a law of distinction, was a law of separation. So the first law was designed to get them out of Egypt and also to get Egypt out of them. So the first law was to take them out of Egypt and to get Egypt out of them in the wilderness. So the first law was designed to separate the children of Israel from other nations that with higher superior moral laws, civic laws, for them to enjoy equal rights, justice, and treatment. So the first law was also contained in ceremonial laws to keep the connection between the succession and the source, to remind them why they have been successful. So the first law was given in Mount Sinai. It was a law to put a difference between the Egyptian, the pagans, the people, and different from the children of Israel. So according to Deuteronomy now, Deuteronomy where Moses gave them the second law. And according to Deuteronomy, the second law is called the law of success. The second law was given to the people who have survived the wilderness, who have been purged through the process. They have left Egypt, and Egypt have left them, because everyone that complained died in the wilderness. Everybody that murmur, it's often happened to poor people. They complain, they murmur, they blame. It's not my fault. All anybody that complained died in wilderness. So the wilderness journey was never to kill them. The wilderness journey was to make them strong, to fight the Jebusite, the Hebusite, all the side that is in the promised land. So everybody that survived that faced that wilderness journey was actually ready. They are the verge of entering the promised land. So it was a law of purification. Then this law arrived at the blink of their breakthrough. Just like I tell most of you that God already put you, the next step you are taking, the next few steps you are taking, is you are taking them into your abundance. So there's some 5 laws I will give to you. I learned it, and it actually make a lot of sense to me, and I feel like I will share with you. So you can also see it in a different lens, and see how I learn and apply it in your marriage, in your business, anywhere you find yourself, because everything must work together for you this year. Say amen. Money must meet money in your hand. Say amen. So before the money, these are the law you need, the law of success. Before that abundance comes, this is what you need, because he that failed to plan to fail. So Deuteronomy contains sermons, messages, exhortation from Moses to the children of Israel at the camp of Moab on the side of Jordan. They were on the blink of their breakthrough, at the verge of victory, because the promised land was just over the Jordan, was just over the river Jordan. That is when they cross, that is the promised land. So they fight all the war, they survive the wilderness journeys. Now you are people are going to enter the promised land. I'm going to give you 5 laws that will help you survive, among other laws, but we'll mention 5 that concern us today. That's what you will use to survive in the promised land. Okay, so like those things that happen to you, you already feel like I'm already achieving it. Money is coming. I'm feeling the vibes of positivity. So before you go into that victory, before you go into that abundance, Moses gave them laws, messages, teaching, exhortation, how to survive their own success. Because if you don't have this success, some people's success become their own demise. So write this down on your note. Deuteronomy is loaded with 5 laws. I'm going to give you number 1. Deuteronomy is loaded with 5 laws. The law, the success factors. Number 1 is called the success assumption. The first law is the success assumption. Success assumption. Success assumption, that is, you put it down, is when, not if. I'm going to explain. That now you are not asking, what if I don't succeed? Those that kind of thing I've left you that. When I succeed, that's the kind of law I'm talking about. I'm going to give you some, don't worry. So the first law is called the success assumption, which simply means when we enter the promised land, God, we fought all the war, we are sure that the next 2 steps, 3 steps we are taking, they're going to be in the promised land. So not if, it's not now. You know those people you talk to, and they always tell you, what if I don't succeed? What if I don't make it in the day? Those people are still on managing the first laws of separate, because they've not yet separated themselves to distinct themselves with a different identity, self-concept, self-image, self-esteem. They have not even discovered themselves to know that they can never fail. Why? Because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. Because why? Because he that started the good work in you is faithful. They've not yet differentiate themselves. They've not yet have They've not estimated themselves to become successful. They're still fighting with what if village people are pursuing me? What if I don't have money? What if I don't have anyone? Those people are still managing face loss. I'm not talking to them this morning. I'm talking to entrepreneurs who already know that we are not struggling with what ifs anymore. We are talking about when this 50 billion enter our account, when this estate come to us, when we marry, when we have children. That is, we are not even second guessing ourselves. This was the kind of law I'm talking about. Don't worry, I will give you some notes so you can write. But let me just list the 5 of them. Number 2 is the success. The success of purpose. The success, I call it success purpose. Let me put it like that. You have put on my note. Success purpose. You put a dash. This is talking about to establish the covenant. To establish the covenant. No, I'll give you the note. To establish the covenant. So people that are not even, they are too sure that they will succeed. So establish the success purpose. That means the purpose why God wants to take them to the promised land. The covenant must be established, and it must be before you enter there. So there must be a mindset you use to handle wealth. There must be a mindset you use to handle the resources. When you begin to feel purpose in life, when you begin to create, connect, and contribute, when you begin to live that life of impact, this is the covenant you must never forget. I'm going to give you the notes, don't worry. So number 3, of course, is called the success survival. The success survival. The success survival. And you put a dash there. What it simply means, remember when you, when this money come to your pocket, remember the Lord thy God that giveth thee power to create wealth. This was all Deuteronomy's principles. So it was a remember package. Because if you don't remember where you came from, it will bring ego and pride. You'll be like Nebuchadnezzar. I'm the one that did this. I'm the one that did that. Pride will come. And pride goes before a fall. Agree with me now. Yes or yes? But you sit down. This was what God was saying them. When you enter promise, and remember, it was of God that saw you. It was a pillar, of course, of light. It was shadow of darkness or hair. This was, don't remember what you survived in the wilderness. We are in Jordan now. Once you cross the river, the next thing is promised land. Remember, though I'll give you some notes to write. So because some of you make money and they forget why that money comes to your pocket. And how do I know? What you do to that money, do you remember that matters a lot? Because when you make money, you start eating with 10 fingers in your mouth. Nobody eats with 10 fingers in his mouth and become rich and wealthy in life. You know why they eat with 10 fingers in their mouth? They forgot that poverty is real. They forgot that they need to solidify themselves. They need to buy assets. They're not assets. They not buy any assets. Maybe they think the money, they bring into, oh, I forgot. I would have bought treasury bills, bond, mutual fund, land property, B house. They forgot everything because money came. So don't forget. This money coming to you, and don't forget. That is why you need to budget your life, draw a structure before the money comes. If you don't have a plan for the money before the money comes, or when the money comes, plan will disappear from your brain. So that is why it's not good to always forget where you are coming from. Because if you forget where you are coming from, it's a thing they had, you know, it's okay. If it's where beat, forget where beat up. If you don't take time, we'll beat them again for the same place. There's how they might say it in my dialect, but I forgot that. So number 4, success factor. I'm giving you the success factor: purpose, survival, assumption. Number 4 is called the success source. Success source. Success source. So don't forget the source of your success. I put it there, God. Because when you make money and forget God, you might not be able to sustain that. Because why many people will reach wealthy and today you cannot see anything about them? They've forgotten the source that actually gives them the health. God is the one that gives us the health. We are part of Him. You cannot boast of your health because I see people that have money. We had a president that was a former president called President Yaradua. He died of health challenges. We have a president Abacha that died on seat. This is, you know, you have to appreciate that the way I am is actually God, because boom, your life is taken. So life is really nothing without God. I don't know what you are taking me. So that was what Moses was telling them. So as you are, because Moses is not supposed to enter the promised land with them. You know, he didn't enter. That's not my topic for today. I'm not there. I'm looking at what he told them. Because we must remind ourselves what he told them. And this is exactly what helped them survive. So we must come back if we must survive in the present condition of Nigeria today. These factors I'm going to share with you is one of the key pillars of your success factors that will help you survive. Don't forget God. Remember, and also establish the covenant. You know, you are not the one that made the covenant. It's Christ that came to make the covenant. It's not you. You are in Him and He is in you. So there are some things you need to forget to. The last one, which I will mention before I give you the note, number 5, is called, I called it the success significance. So success significance. So don't forget that you are not meant for local champion. I put it a global. You are a global being. You are a national being. You are not a local champion. Don't let condition makes you feel you are local, you are like an ant. Never you feel that you are small. You are a global entity. You are meant for the top. Tell me, I am meant for the top.
I am meant for the top.
That one is begging for recharge card. Things are created in 3 stages: the picture in your mind, the words of your mouth, and the actions you take. So it's about being consistent in the process. It's not about today you start, tomorrow you stop. That thing, they work. One or two step forward, 5 step backward. You can never go. This is what made the journey of 40 days becomes a 40 years journey, because of this same thing. But let's begin to take the notes so that we begin to get some principles. Let's start from the first one: the success assumption. When, not if. The success assumption. Let me give you some things to write so that to make clarity to what we have been sharing today. In Deuteronomy, the promised land was no longer what if, it was when we enter. In Deuteronomy, the promised land was no longer what if, comma. In the book of Deuteronomy, at Jordan, the promised land was no longer what if, it was when we enter. So, full stop. In the Deuteronomy at Jordan, the promised land was no longer what if, comma, it was when we possess the promised land. So at this point in our life, success, abundance, significance is no longer what if we don't succeed, what if we don't make it, what if we don't have this money, what if we don't travel, what if we don't build our estate, what if it's no longer what if. We are so sure that we are meant for the top. So it is when we are at the top. So what are we going to do? When I'm a married man, what am I going to do? When I'm the head of the family, what am I going to do? When I'm the mother, what am I going to do? When I build my team, what am I going to do? When my generals appear, what am I going to do? What am I going to lead? When everything is given to me in authority in the government, what am I going to do? It's no longer what if you be in the government. You are so sure that you'll be in the government.
Yes,
it's no longer what if you be a billionaire. You are so sure right now you're a billionaire, because there's a seed of greatness in you that is sprunking forth right now. It's not like whether would this seed grow or not. We are sure it's grow. It's not going to be when I bear fruit. When I bear fruit of righteousness, it's not what if I don't bear the fruit? What if I'm not saved? No, we are saved already. So success as an entrepreneur, as an investor, comes with when you are so sure, you have assumed that you are a successful person. You assume, the assumption is lowest form of knowledge, but even the lowest low, you already know that you are a success. Say, I'm a success.
I'm a success.
So write it down in Deuteronomy. When you enter the promised land, comma, possess the city, comma, houses, comma, wells, and vineyard. In the Deuteronomy, it simply states, when you enter the promised land, comma, possess the cities, comma, houses, wells that you never dug, vineyard you never plant. This was what Moses was telling them in Deuteronomy. When you enter the promised land, comma, possess the cities, comma, the houses you never built, comma, wells you never dug, you never dig them, the vineyard you never plant. So in Deuteronomy, Moses was telling them, when you enter the promised land, comma, possess the cities, comma, houses, comma, wells, comma, vineyard. In Deuteronomy, Moses was telling them, when you enter the promised land, possess the cities, comma, houses, wells, and the vineyard. Never forget the God thy God. Never forget the Lord thy God. Never forget. So this was the first thing when Moses was telling them. The first thing was saying that you guys are entering already. No need to worry. So now the first law is that you must be assured that you must enter promised land. If you don't believe it, you can never possess it. Things are created twice in life. One in the mind, one second in the heart. Things are created twice. So whatever you cannot picture, you cannot have it. I told you already, you can never feature in a future you did not picture. So you must picture something. So Moses was painting a picture for them. So now you have to change the pictures in your mind. From what if I don't succeed? What if I don't make it? What if this year did not favor me? Change that statement from your heart. Start saying, when I'm a millionaire, when I'm possessing my position, when I'm driving my Rolls Royce, when I'm driving my Bugatti, when I'm driving my Ferrari, when I travel to Dubai, when I marry, this will happen. Begin to change your word to present tense. I am this, I am that, I am that. Pick it in present if you are possessed it already. So if you don't do like that, it's difficult. If you're saying, What if that's a negative statement? What if I don't make it? These are statements that is not affirmative. So now you know that when you living in abundance, write it down on your note. Now I know, write on your note, write it like that. Now I know that when I'll be living in abundance, walk in abundance, own abundance, control things in abundance. Now I know when I live in abundance, when I'll be living in abundance, walk in abundance, own abundance, control abundance, I will pay myself first. I will invest in others. These are the I will do this. I will build school. I will build house. Write it down. Now I know when I'll be living in abundance, walk in abundance, own abundance, control abundance. I will buy assets. I will buy this. This I'm going to pay myself. 10% is for investment. 10% is for hospital, charity, gospel. These are things you'll be writing in your note. It's going to bring the excitement of anticipation that is more important than the excitement of having. So write it on your note. Now I know when I'll be living in abundance, walk in abundance, own abundance, control abundance. I will pay myself first. I will invest in kingdom. I know I will build hospital. I will give free medical care. Write down, write down, write down. Because if you don't sit down to write these things down, you will never feel excited of living. Life will be boring because you are not dreaming. You are not visualizing. You are not seeing any picture bigger than where you are right now. So these are the way the Moses was painting picture for them. That when the Lord drive away your enemies before thee. So this is what you'll be doing, he was telling them. So for you to experience success, you must assume that you are a successful person already. You must assume that yesterday is happening right now. You must use your sixth sense, the power of imagination. You must be affirming that this is how I'm going to do things when I'm in authority, when I'm the governor. If you don't speak those things when I'm a president of this country, when I'm a commissioner, when I'm this, what we're doing, you need to assume success. I call it success assumption. For you to actually walk in abundance, you must assume that you are worthy of walking in abundance. I call this self-esteem or self-estimate, the way you estimate yourself. Because when my generals are 12, 21 generals, 10 generals, 5 generals, we are going to do this. So you're already thinking about it. You begin to do the things as if it's happening already. So the first thing you must do to experience abundance, to live a life of significance and succession, is that when I'm going to transfer wealth to my children, when I'm going to build one estate, give this one. So you need to assume now you never even marry. Now see what they talk. When I'm a married person, when I'm going to hand over wealth to my children, I'm going to do that. Means you already assume 50 years ahead of you because you're going to live 80 years, 1 million years, because you're going to assume that success. So the first thing Moses painted for them was success assumption. When you enter the promised land, look at a lot of them. But I picked that success assumption. Number 2, let's write it. The success purpose. So Moses said to them, you must remember thy Lord. That is, the Moses said to them, you must remember the Lord thy God that giveth thee power to get wealth. Deuteronomy 8 verse 18. Deuteronomy 8 verse 18 is a black marker. He will told them in the book of Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy 8:18. That's what he told them. He said that because when he talk about establish a covenant, he said that, look at what Moses told them. Moses told them, when you must remember the Lord thy God that giveth thee power to get wealth, that he may establish the covenant and the agreement he made with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, your father. So you can see, like I said before, a lot of people collected this power and they don't want to go and get the wealth because get is an active word. Get is an action word. They collect the power, they did not stand up to action, they remain there and become powerful poor people instead of powerful wealthy men. Because they refuse to go and get the wealth. Get is not something you sit down. So Moses told them, I've made the God made covenant with your father Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So never you forget. So it was a covenant. Just like we have been covenanted with God that he that is saved, that when you accept Christ, all things have what? Passed away. Behold, all things have become what? New. You are what? A new creation. So you are a new person. You don't have a history of darkness. That's when the devil comes and you are not aware. He works on your ignorance. He says, remember last 2 weeks, last month, you did this, you went to that. So tell him, Christ has wiped away my sins. I'm clean now. If you don't reply him like that, that means you don't even know the word of God. And it's very bad because Christ would not have overcome the enemy if you never have the word after fasting, It was in his mind, yes, I know. Told him, he will turn this stone to bread. He said, thou shalt not live by bread alone, Imagine you didn't have word, you didn't have content. That's why I say you must be successful by the content of your character. Tell no content. It's very bad to remain ignorant and believe that life will be unfair to you. Because life will come to you to challenges. You have to reply it back with the word of God. Yes or yes? The enemy always have a way of tricking you to always think that God forsaking you, that life is unfair to you, life is hard for you, that here you are dying in wilderness already. No. So Moses reminded them, see, there's a covenant. So you don't have to forget that covenant as you're entering promised land. That is the survival mentality. That is the success mentality. So write it on your note. Let me write it there so you understand. Your success is linked. Your success is linked to someone else's prayer. Your success is linked to someone else's prayer, prophecies, labor and life. Your success is linked to someone else's prayer, prophecies, labor and life. Bracket open, there is a generational link to your success. It's a mindset. Moses told them your success is linked to someone else's prayer, prophecies, labor and life. Bracket open, there is a generational link to your success. I'm going to come back again. What did they see? This success you got in the promised land, it wasn't for you, bro. It was a promise made to your great grandfather, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But you're going to experience it. That is why you must know that for you to succeed, you are going to you're going to make it easy for other people to succeed until you believe that your success is for generation. You know what you'll be doing? You'll be eating, you do what they call work chop. You will work the chop because you're not thinking that you are a generational man. God never do anything small. God always do things in generation. That is why when God want to talk to Abraham, he say, go, look at the stars, count them. Can you count them? He say, no. He said, that's how your children, your generation will be. So if you are thinking that you are here for yourself, okay, wake up. You are here as a divine mandate for your generation. Through you, your generation will be liberated. Not just from lack, not just from poverty, but to live a life of abundance, significance, and succession. So remember, write it down. I say you should write it down. The success is linked to someone else, prayer, prophecy, labor, and life. If I've written that one down, shall I? Bracket open, there is a generational link to your success. Why God wants to succeed? There's somebody praying right now. God, I need money to pay my children's school fee. I need more. So God needs to prosper you so you can meet up a need. There's somebody that are right there now in the hospital. They need someone to pay their bills. That's what me and you need to succeed. You can go and pay bills. Last year, December, we visited the orphanage home. We donated some things for them. This year, we are doing times 10. Times 10. This year, we extend our giving. For whatever we're going to work this year, we're already paying ourselves to remove some money for charity. Charity. By December, we'll go out again. We need to get to hospital. We need to pay people's bills. We need to give some charity because a part of what God gave to us is for us to give to the society because we do that as a corporate social responsibility. It's a mindset. Mindset. If you don't think like that, you don't get that vision for your mind. I always tell you, without that vision in your mind, God will never give you a provision. What I say is called provision. Provision comes because you have a vision. We have never been lacking because when we sit down, we begin to think about other people. We go out to make some activities and action, make some sales, make some businesses. Money comes because we already determined that a part of money we are making is going for a particular purpose. So that money has to come. Because those people's prayer, we are inheriting those prayer because we put ourselves as an answer to the prayer. So we are going to be part of the prayer. So what am I trying to say? Waking up in the morning and said, I'm going to be successful because my generation was do better. You know what's going to happen to you? Those generational prayers will be coming. You are waking them to your own purpose. By waking up in the morning and tell myself, say my eye, self-seeking, selfishness, you will die poor, you die broke. You are looking for security and status. Whereas what you're supposed to pursue is significance and succession. You will not eventually get the security and status because you must go for God's idea and forget about your own good idea. God's idea encompasses your good idea. Yes or yes? Yes. So once you know that my success is linked to someone's prayer, prophecy, of course, labor and life, your life will be different. It's going to give you a sense of identity that you are a successful person. You will that you're a significant person. Give you a sense of identity to work differently. And that your language will change. See, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. By the words of your mouth, you shall be what? Justified. By the words of your mouth, you shall be what? Condemned. We are all self-fulfilling prophecy. Tell your neighbor. We are all self-fulfilling prophecy. So all of us are fulfilling the prophecy we confess in our mouth consistently every day. You want to change your life? Change the words you speak every day. You want to change your destiny? Keep saying the positive things you want to happen in your life. Never you say anything negative you don't want to become true about your life. Help me tell your neighbor. Never you say anything negative you don't want to become true about your life. Never you say, we poor masses. My own thing. Never you say those that because if you keep saying those things, your life will come manifesting those things to you. You're like even if nobody is succeeding, this positive. See, it might is something that happening. The way God created man was that He gave man liberty of choice. Say no choice. He gave man liberty. No wonder He says, "Life and death have I presented to you." Why must you ever choose that? Even though things are not working the way it's supposed to work, use your mouth. Let me tell you something that's very important today. Let's go to number 3. The success survivor. To survive any success, you must remember. Write it on your note, even though you have not written anything today. To survive any success, any level of success, you must remember. What are you going to remember? I'm going to share with you right now, right? Because if you don't remember, let me tell you what happened to you. Pride will come. Pride will come, ego will come, you will sabotage, you become your worst enemy. You shoot yourself on the leg. Moses told them, you must remember where you came from, write it down. To survive your success, you must remember where you came from, what you passed through. Moses told them, for you to survive your own success, you must remember that you came from Egypt, that you have survived the wilderness. You must remember where you came from, what you passed through in the wilderness, how you got over to here, to the promised land. So Moses told them, you must remember where you came from, what you passed through, how you got over to here, the goodness of God, the hand and power of God over your life. Don't forget that. Don't forget that God took you from mechanic village to here. God took you from streets to the palace. Don't forget that God took you from nowhere to somewhere. Don't forget that you were stranded and God came through you. Don't forget. Moses told them, for you to survive your success, you must remember where you came from, what you have passed through, how you got over here, the goodness of God, the hand and power of God over your life. Never you forget you survived the labor room, you survived childhoodness, you survived adolescent age. Now you are an adult. Don't forget that here you are actually at the palms of His hand. Never you forget that. He was telling them that. So you too, me, I'm telling you, the millions that is entering your account this morning, this season, don't forget it. In fact, God will even test you, will give you 10,000 first. Yes, give you 50,000, give you 200,000, give you 1 million, give you 10 million, give you 50 million, give you 100, give you 500. He's testing you. Life will test you. So don't forget, because if you forget, there is something there. You must remember that it's not about your charisma, it's not your skill, it's not your company, it's not your ability, it's not about luck or fortune. There's actually the hand of God that took you from bondage through the wilderness to the promised land, a land flowing with milk and honey, a place of purpose and prosperity, living in a house you never built, enjoying wealth, the buying house you never plant. Remember, it was God all through for you. God came through for you. Because if you don't remember, it will bring, write it down. If you don't remember God in your palace of abundance, if you don't remember God in your palace of abundance, in your circle of influence, if you don't remember God in the palace of abundance, circle of influence, center of greatness, if you don't remember God in the palace of your abundance, if you don't remember God in the palace of abundance, circle of influence, center of greatness, if you don't remember God in the palace of your abundance, circle of your influence, center of your greatness, you'll be proud, arrogant. If you don't remember where you came from, you'll be proud and arrogant. But don't forget, pride goes before a fall. Full stop. Don't forget, pride goes before a fall and destruction. Don't forget that. If you don't remember God in the palace of your abundance, circle of influence, center of greatness, if you don't remember God, you will be proud and arrogant. You'll be proud and arrogant. Never forget, pride goes before a fall and destruction. Pride goes before a fall and destruction. Why many men could not sustain their success? Because nobody sat them down, teach them, educate them. See, these are billions you're about to enter now. Never forget God. You see them telling you, when I used to have money, back and I'm doing when I used to have money. All those things is because there's something you forgot. Because if you don't forget that thing, you will sustain your greatness. If you don't forget where you came from, let me tell you what happened to you. Any more that enter a house, you pay yourself 10% minimum. You don't forget where you came from. Any result that comes to your house. Even the can get you again. One my iron, bam, I don't know how to say it in English. I don't know that snail will crawl one day. If I knew, I would have covered it or something like that, you know. You don't know, say one day storm will come, rain will fall. You know, think come. Now you make it squander money. Then you squander abundance. Even been think come, you know, go do that thing when you do. What am I trying to say? Moses was telling them in Jordan, he knew he's not going to a promised land with them. But he must give them this success principle, this success factor. As they're entering there, leave their women alone. You go see fine babe for that promised land. Mona leave them alone. You are different. You are not of the world, even though you are in the world. He was telling them, because you come to the world, then fine things, short skirt, many things to touch, left and right. Now they your money go waka. Nobody go tell you what they will do. This thing they say, you can look but you cannot touch. Remember, remember. This thing that they kill men. Now shortest cut to your grave. Now bank where know they fool. Now to pursue this thing, you know they walk. Remember how, no forget. Men when they remember as they enter war, they see fine things and they touch left, right, center. I'm a Reebok. Here was a blame. So ignore these things. Focus. Stay now, focus. Waiting they kill man, no they far from him. So now wetin will they tell them? Now wetin me they reason with, because when money come, money makes you who you are, more of who you are. So the person where you know they stay grand, call property, you don't hold yourself. Now money don't come, you don't show yourself. Now hotel be your destination every night. You dey burn money for hotel, 50K, 20,000. Body go tell you, no be now. Now me they tell you, say the money no go come. No be for hotel package. No be say you no go enjoy yourself. But no be say now you're going to live and like say, now you be Tinubu. Tinubu they spend Nigerian money. You don't go spend money where you suffer like this. They know they spend that money like that. I ain't get it, you don't say. Guys, I don't know how to say this. Online, forgive me. Today I'm putting my language everywhere. You guys will help me today. So what am I trying to say? Moses was telling them, when you enter there, you will see these things. So Moses was actually telling them, see, he was exhorting them that God will drive your enemy before you. You inhabit the land. But you must break down the altars, cut down, burn down every graven image, purge the land, transform the territory, starting from your mindset. So a transformed territory starts with the transformation of the mind. To see success and prosperity as a key to enrich your purpose and destiny in life. So never you forget, that is the success survival principle. To survive any success, don't forget. To succeed and survive any arena of greatness, circle of influence, is men who never forgot where they came from. If Samson will remember that this my hair is the reason why I'm still doing exploits, he will not tell Delilah. If he may remember, when he can't remember them, he don't regret, they don't cut the hair come out. So you can see now, in the car and play. So the thing is that you must put yourself under a check of mentorship that keep remind. That's why I like church, even though I'm not a pastor. Church will keep telling you to remember God died for you, live a good life. I like Catholic church where because the way Father they preach and they like Father. You know the way I don't want to go there, man, I concentrate. I don't want to go there. You know, I like the way Father they preach. You know, the Father has a one singular message. That's not today copy. I will tell you another day, not today. Let me go to the last second to the last one. The success source. The success source, which is God. Moses was telling them, if you forget your source, you will wither and die. Who forget his source, will they survive? I have 1 minute more, but we have to be very fast. But I must finish this on tomorrow. I'm going to aim for stars. Aim for the stars tomorrow. So after I must give you success factor, I will show you how to aim for stars tomorrow. How to pursue, how to live security and status to significance and succession tomorrow. Turn out tomorrow. Let me finish today's class with you first, so that when you leave this place today, your mindset will change. Because I want money to be attracted to you. Money, success are subjectives. It's going to attract to who you are on the inside. So the success source, write it down. Moses told them to stay connected to the source of their success. Moses told them to stay connected to the source of their success. Bracket open, God. Moses told them to stay connected to the source of their success. Bracket open, God. So God is a success, is the source of your success. So it must be the purpose of the ceremony, the worship, and priesthood. I think we need to write that down. I said Moses told them to stay connected to the source of their success. Full stop, bracket open, God. God, bracket open, close, bracket close. No, full stop. Moses told them to stay connected to the source of their success. bracket open, God, then full stop. Write down, God is the source of your success, comma, the purpose of your ceremony, comma, the worship, the purpose of your ceremony, purpose of your worship and priesthood. So, you know what will happen to you? Let me tell you what happened to you. Most of them that God is the source of your success, comma, purpose of your ceremony, your worship, and your priesthood. That one simply says that that when you wake up in the morning, the first thing you say is, thank you, God, I'm alive today. It will bring that consciousness of survival to you, that I'm surviving because of God. So anything you do, you will always bring him into what you do. So if you do that, you always remain connected to the source, and you will not wither and die. If you stay connected with your source, your blessings will not be broken, you will not wither, you will not fade, you will not perish. Write this down on your notes. If the connection between your success and your source, which is God, if the connection between your success and your source, which is God, is broken, if the connection between your success and your source, which is God, is broken, then your success will wither, fade, perish, work against you instead of working for you. If the connection between your success and your source, which is God, is broken, if the connection between your success and your source, which is God, is broken, your success will wither, fade, perish, work against you instead of working for you. It will be short-lived. Why many people are not sustaining their success? Because they forget so easily. If the connection between your success and your soul, which is God, is broken, your success will wither, fade, perish, and work against you instead of working for you. So we have enough evidence already in today's world. We have so many rich and famous, influential, powerful people who destroy themselves because they forget their source. And their success becomes their demise instead of their destiny. So if you want to sustain the success in the promised land in your life, you must know that you can never do anything against your source. This is what I'm telling you. You don't need to go to temple. You don't need to do 50 days fasting and prayer. It's going to be a personal relationship, because Christianity is a relationship, not a religion. It's not today. I'm not a pastor, but I will prove to you one day. If you are still doubting, this is a personal relationship. God seeks to have a personal relationship with you. He said, "It comes a day, I will write my scriptures in the hearts of men, that your young men shall dream dreams." I mean, your young men shall do what? See vision. And your old men shall do what? I'm telling you something very serious. Waking up every morning and be conscious of God. Tell God, I love you so much. Thank you for the gift of life. Anywhere you go, you come down, just talk to yourself. He's listening to you already. He's closer to you than you can think. So that consciousness of, if anything you want to do, is it going to please God? Is it going to put money in my pocket? Is it going to improve people around me? If the answer is no, don't do it. I can't even learn from Joseph. He said, I cannot do this evil against God. Kai, what a man. I can now understand why he was a prime minister. Those men that say no to bad things is men that are meant for destiny. God will lift you. In fact, your uplift maybe and timber, it could not be like Joseph own. One day wake up a prisoner, that same day become a prime minister. It could be like dreams. Because you have been preparing for this greatness. Because of your personality vision. That's why you have been saying no to bad things. See, God never takes a man who is not prepared to greatness, and the man will survive it. If you are not prepared and you are there, once you leave that place, it could be like one chairman in my village. I think I come from chairmanship in my village. The guy, even bicycle, you know, get all the land where you buy a chairman, you don't sell them. All the car, you don't sell them. Now they didn't kai. Chairman, look at the guy, even the chairman get off because success came so soon. Made the man unprepared. He was a chairman, still government money, no do any project, we no worry. The guy come up for seats. Okay, you know, these 2 years, the man broke. Brokenness now, understatement, now broke it. Say no, broke it. He broke it. What am I trying to say? He forgot. Say no, forgot. Last one, but not the least, success significant. I will just give you statements because my time is fast spent. We already past 9 already. The class is 8 to 9, 5 minutes past 9. So, listen to me first before you write. Moses reminded them that for them to become significant, that they must be conscious of who they are, a person, the identity. Your significance is a wider constituent of people who are surrounded by you, so that people can model you. You can be guiding people. People can emulate you because you are significant. Write this down. Think beyond success. Think beyond success to significance. Think beyond success. Think beyond success. Think beyond success. Think beyond success, security, and status to significance and succession. Think beyond success, security, and status. Think beyond success, security, and status to success, significance, and succession. Think beyond success, significance, security, and status to success, significance, and succession, because you become a model to the next generation and you will guide so many people to greatness. Think beyond success, security, and status to success, significance, and succession, because you will become a model and guide many to success. So you will become a model and guide many to success and abundance. So for you to actually experience a life of significance and succession, you must think beyond success, securities, and status to success, significance, and succession, because you become a model for people to model, for people to emulate, and you guide many to abundance. So you must decide that success assumption is what we will do that will help you to succeed. So that will help you accelerate your success and give your prosperity a purpose. Let's write that statement before we close. When you achieve success, significance, and succession, it will accelerate your success and give your prosperity a purpose. Full stop. When you become success, significant, and have a succession plan, it will accelerate your success and give your prosperity a purpose. Many people are prospering without a purpose. They don't know why they're having money. Since they don't know why they're having money, you know what they do? Every evening they go to club, they declare. I not say declaring is bad, it's not bad, but making it every day means that you are actually squandering, wasting, sabotaging, and abusing resources. So money can be abused. So you see them, some of them drink their blocks of cement, they smoke, they drink their story building and wonder why they have not built one. Because every day they burn 3, 4, 5 bottles, they are proud how they can finish 2 crates of beer, champion. They finish 2 crates of Star Ragla. They finish 2 of Star, the 3-3. They boast and proud about it. And you look at them, they have been making this a habit. Every evening, they gather. All the money they work for that day, they finish it there. All sometimes return back at home. They are used to small. In the night, when you go to take most, you see them, they are struggling. So of them with the one in my village, I used to jump every time. He would jump the ground and enter water. I know I wonder why his life is not working. So sorry, online community. I don't know why I'm doing this today online. So sorry, I'm a global mass. It's speaking more of English. But forgive me today. Some days are like that. So what am I trying to say? For your prosperity to have a purpose, you must actually have a mindset before the prosperity comes. So tomorrow, we'll walk you through the process so they can have the abundance and survive your own success. Touch yourself, say, I'm a success. That's the best you can take today. So the online community, please don't get involved in a business without a mentor, because mentorship is a legal shortcut to success. He that stands on the shoulder of mentor will see far. See you tomorrow. See you at the top, and God bless you. Mr. Victor, where are you now? I'm looking for my